Strickland 4 years older than the fighter from France. Imavov 2 inches taller, 10-pound weight discrepancy. The fight is happening at 205 pounds. Imavov walks around, he says, at about 200 pounds. He says, I think my skills will outlast any difference on the scale. 1-inch edge and reach for Strickland, who is a small underdog in the matchup. One final time, setting the table tonight, Joe Martinez.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Live from the UFC Apex, Las Vegas, Nevada, this is the main event of the evening. 5 rounds scheduled this in the UFC light heavyweight division. Sanctioned by the Nevada State Athletic Commission, the Executive Director, Jeff Mullen. The Chairman is Stephen J. Kluban. The 3 judges scoring at Octagon side, Mike Bell, Derek Cleary, and Sal D'Amato. And when the action begins inside the Octagon, your referee in charge, Mark Smith. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the judges are ready, and the fighters are ready. Las Vegas, make some noise if you are ready! Introducing you first, fighting out of the blue corner. He's a striker standing 6 feet 3 inches tall, weighing in officially 194 pounds. In 15 fights, his record stands at 12 victories with 3 defeats. Fighting out of Paris, France, here is Nasradin imavov. And across the octagon stands his opponent, fighting out of the red corner. This mixed martial artist is 6 feet 1 inch tall. He weighed in officially 204 pounds and in 30 professional fights holds a record of 25 victories with 5 defeats. Fighting out of Corona, California, here is Shon Stриклэнд!
All right, gentlemen, you got your instructions earlier. Protect yourself at all times. Obey my commands. How about we touch gloves? Good luck.
Reluctant touch of the gloves between these two. Shon Stриклэнд and Nasradin Imavov will go down as your first main event on the UFC's 2023 calendar. If it's anything like we kicked off last year with Calvin Kattar and Giga Chikadze, buckle up. That was an epic affair, one of the fights of the year. Shon Stриклэнд in black, Nasradin Imavov in white. First round underway.
How close Stриклэнд gets right off the bat, standing straight up tall. Punch for a double leg there. That hook came quick. And that's the one that knocked him out, and so that's what he's looking for.
That's a good read, and that means the coaches were smart. Pick that out. Know that he got caught with that one.
Didn't have a lot of time, a full camp, to do their homework from the film study perspective on Stриклэнд.
Well, that left hook is what Pereira touched him with and was able to get him. So they're looking for it, and that's what you're seeing Imavov look for early. How close Stриклэнд gets is what's got him with that hook. That's what's going to be different for Imavov to adjust to. Is look how close Stриклэnd gets, and he plots forward and he stays in that range. That's going to be different because nobody's been able to keep Imavov to sit still.
Yeah, he doesn't stop.
And that's why.
Before, but that right hand will stop you.
Yeah, that was the overhand.
Left hand gets through there for Stриклэnd. Shon, look at him throwing kicks early, guys.
Yeah, that's a new wrinkle, right? It was pretty much exclusively boxing against Jared Cannonier last month. Strickland's been tough to land on over the course of his career. He just he'll stay close, but he's still tough to get that big shot against him. Gotta reach for the hands, find an opening.
When somebody who stands that tall, that straight up, you got to kind of go to the body on a guy like Stриклэnd if you're Imavov, because it's so hard to head hunt.
Stutter step, he feinted low, did Imavov, and he came up close to that.
That was nice.
shot from Strickland.
And this is what Strickland wants to do. He wants to head off imavov, create the phone booth scenario over and over, and that's what you're seeing him do patiently, pressuring.
Sean getting aggressive.
Yeah.
He's patient, and he's pressuring just right.
And this is what happens after you come off a very close decision like he did in his last fight. You want to be more aggressive. And we said, we're hoping to see that from him. Maybe press the issue a little bit. And here he is. He's definitely pressing the issue. Now he's up in the clinch position. He's got double underhooks. See if he tries to transition this into a takedown.
And this is already more aggressive in terms of the output than how he fought Cannonier.
And that's what he
was in there for 5 rounds.
Sorry about that, Fitz. That's what he said he wanted to do, was pressure forward and put his chin on the chopping block a little bit more. He said, you know what, I need to take more risks and more chances. I didn't against Cannonier. This one, you're going to see me take chances, and he is.
These guys just throwing windmills a little bit.
I'm laughing because they're such heavy punches these guys are throwing in such a quick scenario. I mean, they're heavy.
And that's
Just
what imavov has got to try to avoid, right? He's got to try to be the cleaner striker and not get into those close exchanges, because Sean does so well in close, in tight, keeps his chin out of the way. Even though it's up, I mean, Sean really kind of does keep it up high, but he has a knack for getting out of the way. Nice combination there from Strickland.
Yeah, he's waiting for imavov to throw something into his shell, and then he's countering off of that offense from imavov. He's being first and third because you're seeing Strickland pressure with feint and then counter imavov.
Final 20 seconds of the first round. Total strikes, significant strikes, very close.
Evened up, yeah. I mean, imavov was ahead early, but Strickland really has closed that gap nicely.
One more exchange. Second round is coming up.
Breathe. Coach, if you have something to say, tell it. The low kicks are alright, but you get a feint. Did you understand how you got touched? How you got hit? He dipped down and then he got it over. You just gotta keep your guard up. Our jab and your low kick are money.
Stay behind line. Move back. Move back.
Right back to action in round 2 here. Strickland and imavov. All on the feet as we expected. No takedown attempts. I wouldn't hold your breath based on how things are looking. There's a warning from Mark Smith, the extended fingers of imavov on his way into the corner. Strickland using the teep to the body, just trying to walk him down, close space. Stiff jab.
This pressure over 5 rounds is the key for Strickland. Just keep this. No, he's always forward. He's moving back a little, but you'll see he'll get right back on the pedal, and he's moving forward again, and he's on imavov, keeping him on his heels, and that's what adds up for Strickland's style as the rounds move on. Strickland slowly wears on you. I mean, just minute by minute, second by second, he keeps you moving back. And you don't realize, man, I've been moving back for 15 minutes now, before you know it.
Strickland complaining about imavov grabbing his glove, grabbing and holding his glove. No intervention from Smith. Oh, looks like even a new level of anger out of Strickland.
Nice 1, 2, 3 there. Nice basic combo. The 3 landed. And he just has a weird pause on that 3. He throws the 2, he ducks, and then the 3 comes over at a different timing. And that's why it's landing.
He definitely has a style of his own with his boxing, Shon Stриклэнд. But it is effective. See, like all this weird happening, he's got to be careful though.
Yeah, he got clipped on that one. They both took some shots in that little exchange.
And in the corner, Imavov's coaches let him know that that's when he's getting caught with some of those right hands, is when Shon's dipping his head down and then coming over the top with the right.
Oh, good timing. On that. Beautiful timing on that takedown for Strickland. He spoke about doing that just to break up the rhythm, and that's what you got to be doing. He didn't do a lot of damage, but just to mix that in there keeps you thinking.
Yeah, nice work though from Imavov to pop right back up, but it's good to see that from Strickland, that he's mixing in those takedowns. And then again, there's some control time on the fence. He's pressuring forward.
And it's not the takedowns per se that they're scoring, it's what you do with them. He's still within the grasp here, so he's getting the control time, but obviously Imavov did a good job to spring right back to his feet. Final 2 minutes, round 2. Oh, some more heat coming on these combinations from Imavov. Nice right hand from Strickland.
Some of these hooks from Strickland coming at very awkward angles. You can tell it's catching Imavov was a very clean striker off guard.
Dean Thomas has been with us all night long. What do you see, Dean?
You know, Shon Stриклэнд has made a career off of making guys that are better than him, quicker than him, fight at his level. And when you fight at his level, he's better than you down there. So he's made a career off of that, and I see him going in that direction right now. Forcing Imavov to fight his type of fight, which he's better at.
Again, Strickland forces him back to the fence. There you see the output numbers and the connection rates. Imavov landing at a higher clip, but Strickland right there with him in terms of volume. He's keeping it close.
So the real question is, what does Strickland do to make it his style fight? What I see is he lands the jab early, he keeps the defense tight, and he always moves his opponent's back. And now you're fighting at his pace.
Imavov starting to look for some of these bigger shots.
Yeah, he's waiting for the openings. He's waiting for Shon to throw a 1-2 or a combination, sliding out of the way.
Yeah, he's getting the timing now of Strickland. He's starting to understand the game Strickland's playing.
Yeah.
And he's making the reads back and now tagging him back third instead of, got Strickland on that one.
Hurt him. Is that an elbow that got through there?
Short hook, it looked like it landed there.
No more.
To change your variance up, okay? Give him something else to think about as well. So left highs, even right lows. Okay, he's drifting to the low hand side or to the low kick side. All right, we got this. Just slow down a little bit, keep your pressure. Stop being so wide. You're spending more energy than you need to. And stay tight. You're doing great. The toe kick's working great because he's coming forward. If you touch him with the toe kick, 2-3 behind it. He's leaning into it. All right, second out.
Right back to action here in the third round. Heard some words of wisdom there from Eric Nixick, and then UFC middleweight Chris Curtis.
Wait for me. Move back. Move back.
And it sounded like Curtis wanted Strickland to start taking some of the heat off the punches, saying he was throwing too much energy into some of those shots.
Maybe a bit wide.
Third round, fights on.
Curtis also mentioned the toe kick. It's very effective. I mean, Strickland doesn't wind up on it, doesn't really put a ton of power on it, but just digs into your abdomen just enough.
Oh, nice one, too.
He cleaned that up a little bit. He didn't get as wide with that left hook, and he didn't dip his head out of the way so he could see the target better.
Oh, man.
Imavov more willing to trade in that pocket in this third round.
Heavy action in close as these two just stand right in the center. Now Imavov skates around a little bit. There's that left high kick his corner was asking him for.
And I've heard Nixon a few times call for the left head kick. And I don't know how they wanted to set up. And you know how Sean likes to roll into that right hand and then come with the left hook? Well, he could just as easily roll his head through, come up with that left kick. Almost how, if you remember way back, how Carlos Condit hit GSP with that back in the day.
One thing that might help Strickland out a little is going to the body. He's not really going to the body either. Neither of these guys are really going to the body too much other than those teep kicks. Those are the best economical move he's made in this fight, is going, those teep kicks to the gut are really adding up. Maybe adding some boxing in there as well in Imavov.
You see, Sean, the way he's frustrating Imavov, pressuring forward, you got to wonder if he can make him, bait him into a blow, make him into, make a mistake, make an opening that he wouldn't normally do like that, something sloppy where he's getting frustrated, even though he's having a lot of success himself. He's a weird guy to fight, man. Sean is so good at, kind of like how Dean said, just bringing you to his style.
Yeah, Imavov has been a bit stifled here in this third round. He hasn't really thrown with the combinations with regularity as he did through the first 10 minutes. It's a nice leg kick that time.
It's this range that Strickland forces you to fight at that's different. He forces you to stay in boxing range the whole fight. And most MMA fighters were used to the kickboxing range, a little farther back, and you can set things up more. And so this close quarters boxing match is not what we practice too often. Unless you're Strickland.
Yeah, right.
He's sparring all the time with 4-ounce gloves, so it just creates a different style.
Seconds to go in the third round. Imavov prepared to enter new territory. Has never had a fight go into the fourth round in his career. This is the fourth main event for Shon Strickland. They've all come in the last 2 years or so.
Nice counter there from Strickland. He's standing right in the pocket. This is just completely welcome Imavov to stand and have a boxing match or a kickboxing match, because Sean is kicking tonight. Doing a good job with that. Left prod kick straight to the gut. Little friendly reminder from the corner of Strickland, and takedowns are there.
Yeah.
Notice he was breathing really hard after that last round, and I noticed in this third round he's really being economical, like his corner was asking him. Look how he's not breathing hard at all. He's very calm right now, Strickland. So he almost even got a second wind, it looks like, in his third round.
Yeah, that's a good point. He really did. He did look like he was slowing down a little bit. Maybe not even slowing down, but feeling it for sure.
This is experience. That's 5-round experience. And he just got out of that type of fight, and that's why he's got this pace. He's got this understanding of what kind of economy he needs to keep for 5 rounds. And in this third round, you can see he got a lot of his air back.
Oh, a spin from Imavov, and Strickland nearly turned it into a takedown, but he backs off. We'll keep it here between rounds.
We're losing the fight now. You have to take it to the ground.
Coming up, one of the most celebrated heavyweights in UFC history is ready to rock the Apex on February 4th. Knockout King Derek Lewis faces smothering big man Sergey Spivak, plus all 4 of the Road to UFC finale fights. The entire event is live exclusive to you on ESPN+. It's a late main card start in the U.S., 1 a.m. Eastern, 10 p.m. Pacific. Here in the corner advice of Fernan Lopez, lead corner. The head coach out of MMA Factory, Sidel Don, is here in the corner of Nasradin Imavov, as is his brother. And they said they want him to use his boxing, but on his terms. They also believe they're losing on points. Live odds have Sean Strickland favored at minus 300 right now. Body head that time from Strickland.
See how Sean just gets his arms up in the way to kind of deflect your punches off of his arms? He does a great job of doing that.
Clinch initiated by imavov. Strickland able to escape easily to his right. Total strikes are basically the exact same right now through 3 rounds of change.
What I expect for Strickland to do is kind of keep the same tempo all through this 4th as long as he stays through it. And in the 5th, you'll see him really pick it up and try to win the 5th. That's his style most of the time. And that last round, he picks it up and almost always wins the last round. So we'll see what happens if they get through this one. That 5th round will be a banger. He's slowly just landing more and more. Nice right hand.
Yeah, Imavov starting to throw some power shots. A little more urgency after his corner telling him to pick it up and strip them with a nice land.
I mean, we're just looking at this. You think Sean's starting to slow down, and then he lands a nice combination like that. Even when he's tired, though, if he can fight economically at this pace.
All I need to see is that we have never seen Imavov fight this style of fight in his career, and we have seen Strickland fight this style of fight his entire career. That's all you need to know is one fighter is fighting the other style right now.
Strickland now just leaning on him on the fence as they go into deep waters, halfway through round 4.
Sean checking out the clock, just seeing how much time you got to work with.
This is where an extra 10, 15 pounds, 20 pounds of weight on fight night really works in your favor. Now, when you're out moving in the free-flowing middle of the space, in the middle of the octagon, now your speed benefits you. But in this style fight, the fight we've been seeing where you're moving backwards, you're in boxing range, in the pocket, and you're in the clinch, that's a big man style. And Strickland has a little bit more size in this particular matchup because of the weight class.
Another 1-2 from Strickland as he lunges forward. Imavov trying to stay sharp, use his speed.
What's crazy is either of these guys can turn each other's lights off with one punch any second. That's the style of fight this is. They're always so close to landing big shots on each other.
And this is also, I believe, Imavov's first 5-round fight.
Yes.
Here we are in the 4th, and you see him, he's feeling it, for sure. There's no doubt about that. Sean has been here. There's something to be said about that. It doesn't matter if this wasn't the original opponent. None of that nonsense. Sean Strickland has been in 5-round fights that have gone the distance. That experience is something you cannot train for.
And not just that, he did it this month. Sorry, last month, not this month.
Strickland now backing him up against the fence. Continuing to mix it up.
Yeah, Sean is pulling away badly in this round. Well, not badly. It's still very close, but he's landing the cleaner shots, in my opinion. This is where I'd like to see Imavov. If he can start to try to sneak in some knees and elbows and just change up the striking style on Strickland. Strickland just walked him across the entire octagon.
Another 1-2 from Strickland. As the horn coming momentarily, and we'll head to a 5th and final round in our first main event of the year.
Where you go, gravity center.
That's fine.
Regarde-moi bien.
Go downstairs if you want to do.
Assois-toi, assieds-toi.
Sit down.
Monte tes flèches. Assieds-toi, monte tes frappes.
Sit down and hit him. You got it.
Nasradin.
Ready for the fifth and final round. And the advice in the corner of Imavov, pretty simple. You got to knock him out if you want to get the victory. And you can tell he is feeling it, holding on to the fence, sitting on the stool. Shon Stриклэнд didn't even sit on the stool between any rounds as we enter the fifth and final. And Stриклэнд believed that was a big advantage for him, is his mentality and how mentally tough he is as the fight goes longer. That's how it appears right now, but Imavov certainly has the power and skill to change things should he land one big shot. Big right over the top from Imavov. Ooh, Stриклэнд starting to unload as well.
He ducks just at the right time and then creates an angle off the duck, and it usually lands off that angle. It's just fundamentally he's been doing it every single round, the same thing, and it's just tough to adapt to.
Elbow in close. I was going to say Stриклэнд trying not to take any silly chances. With some control time along the fence. Imavov landed a big shot. Now he threw another one.
Yeah, you're seeing Imavov switch to elbows now because of the close distance. A good adjustment, but you can see Strickland's obviously dealt with that in practice probably as well.
Final 3 minutes. Imavov, the circle away, does so. Stриклэnd still firing combinations. Imavov quick on the 1-2.
Yeah, now Stриklэnd doing a good job of kind of grabbing a hold of him as he closes that distance. Just when Imavov's really trying to get those combinations going. Not allowing him. See, let's tie up. Let's tie up a little bit.
Smart game plan from Stриklэnd in the fifth. Keep the pressure, keep the dirty boxing going, keep the clinch going, and then back to the pocket boxing. Don't allow Imavov to be moving. Don't allow him to use his footwork. Don't allow him to use his kicks. Minimize his weapons and keep him eye to eye, face to face for 5 rounds. And that's what Stриklэnd wanted to do, and that's what he's been able to do so far. Getting tired, getting a little bit more loose in this fifth. We're seeing the last 2 minutes. This is where the mistakes can be made.
And Imavov is trying. He's trying to get the separation. Shon doing a nice job just tying him up. There's the elbow again, but and again, we've talked about it earlier. Dom mentioned it. That 10 pounds coming in lighter.
It doesn't seem like a lot until you're in there and
especially
you feel it in the
5-round
wrestling.
fight.
10 pounds is a lot. That's the difference of a whole weight class.
Exactly.
It's an entire weight class difference.
Imavov still with a chance here as they swing in the center. Just over a minute to go. Stриклэnd now slowing it down again as he looks to salt away the victory to start his year. What a turnaround it would be less than a month later after he goes 5 rounds with Cannonier. He has certainly shown a renewed aggression in this matchup. Significant strikes round by round. Stриklэnd really starting to pull away late. Knee up the middle from Imavov.
That was a nice read, and it's a little late. He's doing that. Could have happened 2-3 rounds ago, those knees.
If he finds the finishing touch, it'll be right on time.
30 seconds.
Last 30 seconds of this war. We'll see who wants it more here.
little dirty boxing, dodges the big hooks from Strickland. Right. The center of 15 to go. Strickland still marching forward, throwing shots. Imavov to the body, and Strickland letting it all hang out. Final seconds, and you can't ask for more than that.